Just be out with us
for a 7-day sailing to the southern Caribbean islands. We are sailing ABC Island, St. Lucia, St. Kitts on the Norwegian Epic. And of course, not all the ships are perfect. Everything comes with its pros and cons.
And in this video, it's exactly about that, the pros and the cons of the Norwegian Epic.
Please remember, our pros and cons might be different from yours. And these are not the cons that would absolutely discourage you from sailing the Norwegian Epic, or some pros might even convince you to sail on this ship. Some issues might be already addressed on your sailing and your experience might be different from ours. So take it with a grain of salt.
If you are new to our channel, my name is Devon.
And I'm Irina, and we're
Just Be Out.
We create informative travel videos to help you get the most out of your vacation.
So let's get into the pros and cons of the Norwegian Epic.
Just be out with us.
One con we noticed right off the bat, as you can see, I'm in the middle of Shanghai and also the casino. And they're really close to each other in relation. So what we're assuming is that while you're here and you're having dinner in Shanghai, you're hearing all the slot machines at the casino and all the ruckus that happens inside the casino. Who would like to eat while you're hearing slot machines right behind you?
Another Norwegian Epic con. Look at this convenience corner, little corner. It is located in the liquor store. It basically has very little amount of items. It does not have tampons. Yeah, no tampons here, and super limited selection of your basic things that you might need for your convenience on the ship. Now let's talk about pros and cons of the staterooms or cabins, and that also applies to your suites as well. The design is pretty much well thought through. The design carries throughout the room. There is a curved closet. The opposite side is also curved. They really try to optimize the space as much as possible. In the closet, there are hanging bins, which I really like. It's pretty comfortable to pull your stuff out. On the other side, you have your basic shelves, so I think it's enough space for the closet. And I like that the closet has the automated light when you open the closet. Next is the biggest con for this room is the sink is located outside of your bathroom. It's a con for many reasons. One is when you use the bathroom at night and your partner is sleeping, you making noise and waking him or her up. Another con is this is a table for your electronics, or maybe you write stuff, maybe you leave your paper, documents or anything else, so you really need to be conscious how you use water. And the sink is very tight, and I don't know about you, but every time I wash my face, the water is pretty much all over here and on the floor, and I always have to wipe and be careful not to splash any water on the electronics. It's pretty neat that they put the fridge over here up there, but for me personally, I don't like nothing hanging here, so it feels a little too bulky for me, and I don't like the design over here. A very different design that you find in any other cruise ships is that they have the medicine cabinet. I like the medicine cabinet style, but again, because the bathroom sink is outside the bathroom, and they only have one small overhead light, it's very difficult for me to do makeup. Usually the regular bathroom on cruise ship is very brightly lit, and that's where I do my makeup most of the time. So here you have the toilet separated and the shower separated, so you step out in the shower and that's pretty much your hallway area. If you want a little bit more privacy here, they have curtains, but for the bathroom and shower, they have very thin sliding doors. The doors get stuck. Again, every time I go to the bathroom, I make a lot of noise, unfortunately, because of the door. So that's not really a good thing. So I think overall, design wise, they tried to make a good design, but I think the bathroom facilities for this room and the same bathroom facilities are in your suites, as I think it's a really big con for this ship. Couple of more pros that I can point out is that they have this really cool garbage bin. It slides in and out. It's very accessible, easy to reach, and slide it back in, out of sight. And the bed here is pretty comfortable on the Norwegian Epic as well. They try to update their phone system, and they have a touch screen on their phone system, and it's a cool feature, but at night it stays lit and we have to cover the phone with a towel, so it does not illuminate the room.
We are in the bridge room for the Norwegian Epic, and this is definitely a pro, especially if you like to see kind of like a little sneak peek behind the scenes, as they say. So this room allows you to view exactly what the captain is viewing. As you can see behind me, there are all the major controls for the ship. The captain is actually sitting there with, I guess, the co-captain, if that's what it's called, and they're sitting in their chair, and straight ahead is you get to see, you know, the direction the ship is heading. So it's really cool to just kind of stand here and watch these guys work. So that's definitely a pro. And be sure to check this room out when you're on the Epic.
We normally love Norwegian for their freestyle dining option, but here on the Norwegian Epic, you actually have to wait 30 to 45 minutes to eat at their regular main dining area for dinner. You get a buzzer to go in and you have to wait. There is no availability to make reservations. So when you're ready to go for dinner, they have two dining option, Taste Restaurant and the Manhattan Restaurant, and both of them are 30 to 45 minute wait every time we go for dinner. When it comes to the main dining room service, what we notice, it is not that great. Your experience might differ when you come to Norwegian Epic. Maybe it will be great, but right now at the moment it does feel like they are short-staffed. Many times when we went to the main dining room, there was only one server instead of two. Normally it's just two servers. Today when we're dining, there are two servers that serve in our table, but the food does take a really long time to come and the service is not as great. I am done with my water. They are not even paying attention to refill my water glass.
So now, as you see, this pool area is really broad, and for us this kind of is a con, and here's why. You see there's a pool to my left and there's a pool to my right. The pool is very tiny compared to the space needed for the actual pool. So all the space that I'm walking in, even around the pool, is what I would consider negative space. Like, no one really even walks through here just to enter and exit the pool, and they usually just use the side. But this area is so massive, it's almost the complete width of the ship, and there's no traffic that really flows through here. So all this is negative space, but what that really does, and what kind of makes it a con for us, is that it pushes everything outward. So as you can see, to my left and to my right, there are just two rows of chairs, lounge chairs, that are allowed. Now, if they were to either bring this pool closer or maybe less space around the side of the pool, then you'd be able to have 2, 3, maybe even up to 5 rows of lounging chairs on each side of the pool. So for us, this is a little con where, you know, it's just negative space for no reason. What we also notice upon coming on this ship is that there's a lot of deck space. As you can see, this is a big deck sunbathing area, and it's actually large, and there's 2 of them. If you look over on this side, you'll notice there's another one on the other side. So there are lounging areas on the next level up from the deck 15 and also towards the front of the ship, which is really cool. A lot of lounging place, a lot of places for you to get your suntan.
We noticed while hanging out in the jacuzzi, there is no servers come to the jacuzzi and offering you to bring you drinks from the bar. If you want to get any drinks, you have to get out of the jacuzzi, walk over to the bar yourself and bring the drinks over. And it's not like the drinks are not allowed, they are in the jacuzzi, and many other ships that we sailed, including the Norwegian, the servers would come next to the jacuzzi and ask if any guests want to order any drinks. And we noticed even on the main floor here, there is not too many servers walking around and offering to bring you drinks while you're lounging on your chair. So that's a con for the Norwegian Epic. We're not sure why that is. Maybe at this moment they are short staffed, but it's definitely not enough beverage servers around the outdoor decks. Your experience might be different.
Definitely a pro here on the Norwegian Epic is the gym. The fitness center is massive. They have so many machines. I can't even fathom how you would come here and not find a machine to work out on a specific part of your body, or if you just want to run on the treadmill or on the elliptical. There's just so many machines that definitely would not be a problem, and that's a pro in my book.
Oh, another thing that we love about Norwegian Epic, as soon as you get back from your excursions to the ship, they serve you water, and they also give you towels, cold, fresh towels.
Yes, fresh
Thank you. Especially right now, it's night out, but when you come back and it's hot, oh, that cold, ice cold towel feels so good. Now let's talk about dining in the main area, in the cafeteria, the buffet, aka the garden cafe. Surprisingly, the food actually tastes good, and that comes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And a wide variety as well.
And we cruised on other cruises as well, and the buffet food was not good, very tasteless, not even salt, but here it has a lot of flavor, to the point that it actually tastes better than a regular dining room when you're supposed to dress up fancy and have your dinner served to you, but the buffet tastes better, and the experience of waiting and the service is not being good, it just didn't make a good experience, and we actually ended up eating in a buffet more than in a regular dining evening area.
Yes, because normally we would spend at least 45 minutes when you try to go to dinner. They would give you like kind of one of these buzzer systems that light up, and the wait is usually between half an hour to 45 minutes, if not more. So after a while, we just gave up on that and say, you know what? The food in the buffet is actually really good, so we're just going to end up going there where we know we can actually eat much faster.
And the con of the garden cafe is that it is always difficult to find seating. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, we've come many times, different times, and it was always packed and always difficult to find tables.
Yeah, most of the times we just go outside and we sit outside, because outside there's more seating available. So we'll end up doing that. Most people just like to obviously just be, you know, close to everything, and if they need to go up and get seconds, they don't have to walk from outside and actually come inside the garden cafe to get seconds or what have you. So yeah, we spend most of the time just eating outside, except for today. Let's talk about the entertainment, the music side of things on this cruise. It's been really awesome, actually. There's cruise ships that we've sailed on and you hardly hear any type of music playing in the background or any type of entertainment going on as far as music wise. But on this cruise, from the time we left till now that it's all said and done, the band plays 3-4 sets. They have Latin music. Obviously, we're departing from Puerto Rico, so that has a lot to do with it. But they also do a lot of cover songs, so it's really awesome. When the band finished playing, instantly they play filler music. So basically, everything just don't go dead from, you know, all the energy. People are dancing down there. It's really, really, really cool, and I really appreciate that. Also, in the dining area, when you're eating, they actually have live entertainment. You have a singer, she's in an evening gown, really nice, classy music, and that's really refreshing to see, as again, a lot of times we sail and during dinner, it's just dead silent. All you hear is knives and forks and distant chatter, so that's definitely appreciated. One thing to know when it comes to the entertainment as far as shows go, they only really had 2 shows on the ship. They had Burn the Floor and the Beatles, and we weren't really interested in neither of them. We tried actually to go to Burn the Floor, but the line to get in there, and what they did was you had to make reservations. So everyone that had reservations, they get to go in first, and everyone who didn't, there was a massive line leading out of the theater, and we were waiting pretty much for about 20 minutes and decided, you know what, we just gave up on it. We're like, it's not really that we wanted to see it, it's just that if we could have walked in, yeah, we would have kind of checked it out and see what it was like. As far as the comedians go, they were great. The comedians were excellent on the ship. They had us laughing. They had the adult show, which started at about 11 o'clock. And then they also had comedians before that, which is, you know, kids can go in and whatnot. So it was great. A little bit of fun and a little bit of laughter for everyone.
The design of the ship is definitely a con as far as the flow of traffic and the congestion. The hallways is very tight. Everything feels tight and congested. Yes, the ship is pretty much at the capacity. The full capacity of the ship based on double occupancy is 4,100 people. But sometimes they can fit 3 or 4 passengers inside one cabin, so they can stretch it up to 4,800 people. And right now on this sailing we have close to 4,500 people. So we actually never been on a ship where it does feel super crowded. Usually, even though the ships are full, it still doesn't feel too crowded, but on this sailing, on this ship, it does feel definitely crowded and congested. And these were our personal pros and cons. Remember, it might be different from yours. If you've sailed the Norwegian Epic before, leave the comments below and share your experience with us. Let us know what were your personal pros and cons of the Norwegian Epic. We thank all our members for supporting our channel, and if you would like to contribute, please consider becoming a member or just click that heart button below this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual,
Just be out with us. Cheers.